days are running slow. Sunsets and shores far from home. Headlights are shining on the sea. No place on earth I'd rather be. And I could try to just follow the swell, but I'll never find this anywhere else. To all those places on the wall, and none come close to this, I'm sure. You try to say the sunrise the same, but tell me, have you ever danced in the rain? And I could try to just follow the swell, but I'll never find this anywhere else. Try to just follow the swell, but I'll never find this anywhere else. I'll never find, I'll never find, I'll never find.
So one of our neighbours had sent through an old photo that she'd found of our cottage, an old black and white photo. So it was definitely interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So she'd spotted the photo in the Village Heritage Museum, and she's told us the file where the photo is located. So we're just heading over there now to have a little look. The Heritage Centre is currently closed, but seeing as though I'm a volunteer at the Heritage Centre and a key holder, it's perfectly fine for me to let myself in and do a little bit of digging around, a little bit of research on things such as the history of the village, the history of the cottage. After all, I need to know this stuff, don't I, if we have visitors coming into the museum. So we're just having a quick walk over now to see if we can locate this black and white photo and see if there is any information we can glean from it, because it is super interesting, isn't it? It's the oldest photo we've seen. Yes, the oldest photo we've ever seen of the cottage so far. So let's go and have a little look. What file was it? 31? Oh, there we go. She's left it out for us. That's very kind of her. There's an old black and white photo of the village. Can you see the cottage? Our cottage? Is that our cottage there?
Mm-hmm.
I've taken many a picture from that angle. Here it is. So this is our cottage looking from the back garden. So you can see there the end gable wall that we had all the damp issue that's now been stripped back to the stone, and obviously it doesn't have a porch here because the porch is a more recent addition. Interestingly, there isn't a window on the gable wall. The living room window, that's missing. That's interesting, isn't it? And obviously the boiler shed on the back of the cottage, that's not there either. How fascinating. I wonder who this lady is standing in the doorway. Is there any information on the back of it?
No. It's a postcard.
Oh. I was thinking if it was a photograph, there might have been a date or something on it. How cool is that? Oh, there's a bigger version of it.
Oh, wow.
That'd be cool to get a copy of that and have it framed. And hang it up in the cottage, wouldn't it?
That'd be cool. Nice to know who that lady was.
Yeah, that would be fascinating. There's no information on it though. All it says is this is a copy of that small postcard that we've seen. Right, let's go and take a look and see how Adam's vegetables are coming along. This is becoming a bit of a weekly occurrence, this, isn't it? It's because they keep growing so fast. Every day I come out, there's something new that's ready to pick and edible. And as always, if you're enjoying our videos, please remember to give us a like and subscribe, as it really, really does help our channel. Helps us keep on creating these videos. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at how these have grown. There's peppers and everything. They don't look quite edible yet, mine, but oh, the cucumbers.
What are you doing? What are you doing in my greenhouse?
I've just hit my arm.
What are you doing? Messing about?
I was looking to see how much the veg has grown, the cucumbers and everything.
Oh, they're ready to be picked.
The peppers, they don't look ready though. Ah, that really hurts.
Johnny, that's a tomato.
Is it? I thought it was a pepper.
No. Oh my god.
Is there any more tomatoes?
Yeah, there's loads.
They're all ready to be picked, aren't they? Nice one. Are we done?
Yeah.
These look delicious.
What, even the cucumber?
Apart from the cucumber. You can have that.
Come on, G.
Remember to subscribe and like.
In my room, the water falls in pools until I'm getting carried away, riding on the back of a wave. So I let go, come what may. But all this time I'm hoping for a sunny day. Just float till the current slows. Was this by design? Am I just killing time till I'm getting carried away, riding on the back of a wave? So I let go, come what may. But all this time I'm hoping for a sunny day. Feeling stuck, waiting on help to come, but maybe I could swim, start to dry my skin till I'm getting carried away, riding on the back of a wave. So I let go, come what may. But all this time I'm hoping for a sunny day, getting carried away, riding on the back of a wave. So I let go, come what may. But all this time I'm hoping for a sunny day.
Right, need to go and get my new toy
Your new toy?
to finish the job off.
What new toy?
A handheld extendable chainsaw.
Oh, that sounds cool.
No, you can't use it. Here we go. So you may remember a few weeks ago we demonstrated a handheld chainsaw. So the company at Avhrit have sent us another chainsaw and extendable pole saw to demonstrate. So let's open it up and take a look. So you get a handheld chainsaw, which comes with either 6-inch and 8-inch cutting blades, and there's a spare blade. I think this is the 8-inch one, and then the 6-inch blade is in there along with the chain as well. Comes with 2 rechargeable batteries. Charger. Bag of goodies. Important safety instructions for it. That's the chain oil. extendable pole. So it comes with a 3-meter extendable pole, which the chainsaw clips onto. Like so. And then you can adjust the angle of the chainsaw, pushing the 2 buttons in to the angle of your choice. And then the pole extends. So that's the pole fully extended, 3 meters, which is quite a reach, and actually once it's in your hand is nicely counterbalanced with the weight for cutting. So to get the chainsaw on and off the extendable pole, you've got the safety button here which releases, so you can take your chainsaw off and then you can use it just as a normal little handhold one. At the top of the pole as well, there's 2 buttons here which you push in, and then that can change your angle of your saw depending on what you want to cut. As well as being able to change your angle of your saw depending on where you are, you can also press the other button which will twist the whole top of it, so you've still got holding at the right angle to cut what you need to cut. So it comes with safety glasses. That is a spare side piece for your chain, for the 6-inch chain. Comes with a harness, a side handle for when you're operating it just as a handheld saw, because obviously when you're doing it with a handheld saw you want both hands on your saw. Spare guard for the 6-inch blade, your 6-inch blade, and your chain, screwdriver, and a pair of safety gloves as well. So when you first get your saw, take your cover off, just check your chain, make sure it's nice and tight and tensioned. The screwdriver which is included, there's a Phillips screw just on the side here which you can tighten and loosen the chain accordingly. You want it so it snaps tight, so it's nice and safe. Before you use it as well, you need to fill the chain oil chamber with chain oil. And then to know what level of oil, there's a little gauge on the side, so you can keep an eye on it, so you obviously don't ever want it to run out of oil. So once you've checked your chain, made sure that's tensioned correctly, filled your oil, put your battery in, put your safety handle on, take your blade cover off, make sure you're wearing your safety specs to test it to see if it works. So we're going to go and give it a test now. I'm going to use it just as a normal handhold saw to start with on a few lower branches that I want to take off. Then we're going to attach the extendable pole to take off some higher branches on some bushes, and then to see how well it copes with some nice thick wood. I've got some logs we'll have a go at chopping up later on.
I want you. I want you. Only you. I want you. All the fellas saying it won't work, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're too perfect, I'm gonna get hurt. But I think they're perfectly wrong. She likes my music and I like her laugh. I'm still playing poker Monday nights. Ain't no stressing over where I'm at. She's a once in a lifetime kind of find. All I've ever wanted is the...
So now we're going to fit the extendable pole. First thing you do is take the battery off. Put the battery on the end of the extendable pole. Attach your saw, make sure it's nice and secure.
I want you. Keep concessions to the popcorn stand. Ain't giving up the life I've got. I'm still betting big on my own hand. But with you, we're both taking the part. Is it so much to ask for?
Right, okay, that made short work of that. Incredibly easy, really lightweight to hold and angle to wherever you need, which is exactly what you want with one of these. You don't want anything which is really heavy in your hands. It's going to make your arms really tired really quick.
Overall, Adam was really pleased with his new toy. The benefit of this Avhrit chainsaw over the previous chainsaw we demonstrated is that it is a 2-in-1 pole saw and mini chainsaw, making those harder to reach areas a breeze without faffing about getting out the ladders. If you're interested, check out the link in the description below and get yourself an exclusive extra 10% off using the discount code. Valid until August the 31st, 2025. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Benji, what are you trying to do?
He wants to come and see. Gee.
Come on then, up.
Up. Turn around. There you go.
So what I've done is I've printed out the black and white photo that we discovered in the Heritage Museum.
Yeah.
Of the cottage, and I printed out a more modern photo. Are you listening?
I'm trying to listen, but I'm being Benjaminized.
I've been putting a lot of effort into this research.
Yes.
So we've got the black and white photo here, and we've got a more modern. I just sent the drone up and tried to get an approximate angle, but do you see the difference? It's impossible to get exactly the same angle now.
Yeah, because that massive hedge is there.
Because there's a big hedge there, which obviously wasn't there in the old days. So in the vintage photo, the camera is a lot lower down. I can't get the camera lower down today because of the hedge. But anyway, you can see it gives you an idea of what's changed. So I thought a side-by-side comparison would be quite good. Yeah. So what's different?
Well, there's no porch in the original one.
So yeah. So the obvious one is the porch isn't there in the old one. Obviously the boiler shed isn't there.
No.
Interestingly, you've still got two little windows in the roof, one on each roof, which are now being replaced with larger Velux windows. Now, I don't know if you can see. Can you see the? Yeah, you can just about see the living room window on the gable wall there, just behind the porch. But in the black and white photo, you can't see it. So that obviously didn't exist.
No.
Which
make it really dark.
I know it would be quite dark in here, wouldn't it? But also interesting. That was interesting because, well, we kind of suspected that maybe a more recent addition when the stonemasons stripped all the render and the white paint off the gable wall. The lintel and the surround for that window was concrete. It wasn't like sandstone or anything like that, was it? So, kind of suspected that was a more recent addition. But yeah, how weird. What else has changed?
There's not a chimney. That middle chimney's gone.
Ah, yeah. So the middle chimney's gone. Also, there's a chimney on the other gable end, which is the kitchen.
That's gone.
That's now gone.
Because there used to be a big range in there, didn't there? Well, there is one apparently behind the wall in the kitchen.
Yeah, behind the plasterboard and the kitchen cabinets. Yeah. No, you're not taking a sledgehammer to the kitchen to try and discover the old range.
And then you can just see there, right in the corner of the picture, another piece of roof.
Isn't that the pub?
No, that's too far away.
Ah.
Because on an old map we saw there was another building there in the courtyard.
Yeah, that's right.
So I guess that's part of that.
Yeah. So you can just about see the back door of the bedroom there as well. If there was another building in the courtyard at some point, I'm assuming the door, which is now there on the back of the bedroom on the back of the cottage, wouldn't have been there.
Don't know.
It's fascinating though, isn't it? I mean, for the most part, it looks exactly the same. Interestingly though, they still had some kind of render on it, or lime wash or something. It wasn't.
It looks like a lime wash.
Yeah.
You can see the stones quite easily.
But it wasn't exposed stone. So even back in those days, it was never exposed stone. It was always covered with something, probably lime wash or a lime render or something. So I did a little bit of research, and I think this black and white photo is possibly 1940s, late 1940s, post-war anyway. And the reason I'm suspecting that is because the lady standing in the doorway, the clothing she's wearing with this kind of polka dot dress, when I did a little bit of digging around, a little bit of research, that kind of fashion was popular 1940s. So I think late 1940s, that photo. The building itself, the cottage itself,
Exactly the same.
Yeah, the cottage itself is very typical of the style of cottage that would have been built up here in Scotland around 1850. So on the land registry, it says that the building is around 1850, but the stonemasons thought that it might actually date back further than that because of the style of the stone and the condition of it and everything. So that brings me to my next little bit of research. Let me go and grab my laptop. So this is an old Ordnance Survey map that I found on the National Library of Scotland for this area. And if we zoom right in, we can see Crawford John. So this map was this was surveyed between 1849 and 1859.
Right.
Okay, and as you can see, our cottage is on the map, or rather the row of buildings here, because obviously there was a building next door to the cottage. So you can see our cottage there, and then instead of the gap between us and the pub, which is now the beer garden where that gap is, it continued along, so it was like a row of buildings. But you can see there's the church, and the layout, the roads and everything are exactly the same.
Yeah.
So that was back in 1849. So we know that the cottage is at least as old as 1849. It was around in 1849. There is a map that's earlier than this, and I think it's like 1822 or something like that. But you can't see the cottage. It's not that it isn't there. It's just that the church, the illustration of the church is in the way, if that makes sense, because the church, the kirk, which is now the Heritage Museum at the back, is obviously more important than what a worker's cottage was back in those days. So it could very well be there from 1822 on the old map, but the only actual evidence I have of it is on this map, which is, like I said, surveyed 1849 to 1859. Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just shows what a little bit of digging around, a little bit of research can figure out, can find out. Oh well, after all that hard work and research, I think I deserve a little gulp of wine.
Do you really?
I do. That was hard work. I don't think I'd make a very good historian.
I think we need to go to the local library and see if there's any, because there'll be other maps and might be information there.
Yeah, well, I've contacted the local library to see if they can help us out with any more information. But I'll be honest, those maps, that is the National Library of Scotland, and I've dug around, and that's the earliest map I can find with a cottage on it, and the cottage just wasn't important enough, I don't think, back then. It was just a little workers' cottage. Yeah, it wasn't. If it was a shop or a school or a post office or something, then that would have been different.
Yeah.
Like the pub next door, that appears on lots of things because it was an inn, it was a hotel in the old days. So that's a building of significance, I guess. Whereas a little farm workers' cottage, yeah, it's probably less likely to make it into the onto the records from back then. But
very good.
Anyway. Right, I think on that note, should we wrap it up for this week?
Yep, better had.
I better go and make some food. It's still quite wild out there, isn't it?
It's like winter.
It is.
It is being horrible.
Batten down the hatches, Benji. Are you nice and cosy? We've got the fire going.
He's comatose.
It's stormy outside. This is perfect for Labradors, isn't it? Right, well, once again, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a little bit different to the usual episodes. As you know, this was obviously more about the history of the cottage and us trying to figure things out and just glean a little bit more pieces of information and piece that together, I suppose, and try.
And over time, I think we'll probably find more as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I definitely think a trip to the library though is in order. See if they can shed any more light on the history of the cottage. But have a fantastic week. Thank you very much again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.